Hi, welcome everybody to Citizen Survival Plan. I do not have a how-to or a radio video or something cool this week. I just have a podcast I'm going to do today, and it's about being prepared and not scared of everything. A lot of YouTube channels that I used to watch when I was younger, I don't want to mention who they are, which ones they are, but some of like the old guard, like a lot of the older prepping channels, they've turned into a news and opinion channel. They are news, politics, and opinion. And a lot of them do this thing where the caption or the thumbnail of their video will be the end or it's over and everything's you think that something huge is happening to come to click on a 20-minute video to find out that it's just the price of eggs going up or something. And this bothers me. I wish they would just go back to doing prepping. And that's sort of just YouTube though. As a YouTuber, I do kind of understand it. You have to come out with content all the time to keep your channel monetized, to keep making money, and to keep your channel going. Otherwise, your channel will just fall by the wayside. A lot of new channels have popped up also, and they just don't go quite as far as the old stuff, because everyone is so used to just clicking on the old people that they watch, the older YouTubers that have been around for a minute. I know some people are going to say, well, you shouldn't be making money off YouTube. Some people have a problem with that, but let me just say that it is a lot of work to make some of these videos, especially some of the radio videos that I do. I literally will have 40 or 50 hours of labor into the edits, the cuts, the audio, the demos. Everything that I do takes so much time, and it's not that much money. And I assure you, it doesn't even cover the production cost and the gear that is in the video. So whenever you're watching newer YouTubers or just YouTubers in general, we have to make a couple bucks off of doing this. Otherwise, it would probably just not be worth doing. But back to my point about some of these videos. Everyone goes on and on about the next SHTF event that's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And I generally will just click off the video because nobody actually knows exactly when and what is going to be the problem. I personally think the election coming up is going to be a problem, but I don't know for sure, and nobody really does. Nothing can happen. Something huge can happen. I think the potential for something huge to happen is there. But generally speaking, I just prepare and I don't worry about things. I put my gear away. I know how it works. I know how my radios work. I know how to use my rifle. I know how to use my stuff. It's put away, it's safe, a lot of it's in EMP protection. I went above and beyond to do it, but as far as the everyday news cycle coming out to just put me in fear, I really don't care. There's nothing that I can do about it except for be prepared. And that's sort of my message today is just be prepared. Don't constantly panic about every little thing that's going on. And again, a lot of it is just YouTubers needing content to actually just put out to keep their channels going. But again, my issue with it is it's every video now. There is one, I'm not going to say the channel's name is, you'll probably find out who it is, but the boots on the ground guy who does the boots on the ground videos, he used to be a prepper. He used to cover like products and stuff, and now all that's gone. And I think that he found that he could just make more money just making these like fearful videos every single day. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like to see it. Most of the news analysis and the story coverage of events that could turn into SHTF is all speculation, and most of it never comes out to be true. One of the worst channels, and I know that I wasn't going to call out the channels, but I think the Economic Ninja, he's not really a prepping channel, but he talks about financial news and stuff. Him and some other people are the worst about this. They went on for probably the last 3 years, and everything was going to be SHTF. Everything was the end. Everything was over every day of the week, and it was just stupid. A lot of the channels also turned into political analysis, And I hate arguing about politics. I've said it before in a couple of my other videos. I just don't think it matters anymore. The US and a lot of the world is on a trajectory, in my opinion, that things are just going to collapse for a certain period of time until we can get things straight again. We are like $35 trillion in debt currently, and that number is just moving up faster and faster. I don't really care who gets into office in the next couple months. I just don't think it's going to make any difference. I don't think that if somebody even got into office and wanted to make a difference, it would even be allowed to happen. Something would end that presidency. Something would stop it from happening. There would be major events that would not be good for you, the American people, or if you're in another country, that could even keep anybody from doing the right thing. There is absolutely nobody that can get into office without causing a catastrophe to stop the train wreck that is happening right now. That is why I don't really care to argue about politics. So yeah, everything is collapsing. I just don't need to look at every single story on why it's collapsing. We know that's why we're preparing. But with that being said, the election is coming up. I do think it is a flashpoint that's going to be in our history that is probably going to kick something off. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But in the meantime, some things that I think you should be doing right now to be prepared is get in the habit of topping your gas tank off every day. It doesn't cost you any more to just fill your tank at the end of the day. I know that sometimes we're tired after work and this doesn't always happen, but it's just a good idea and habit to get into. Store a couple gallons of gasoline or diesel, whatever your vehicle takes, with some stabilizer in it so you have some extra fuel to move out if you need to. All the fuel sources in your house, whether it be propane tanks, that if you have fireplaces that run on propane or ovens or whatnot, fill those up. Your oil heat, fill your tanks before the election. Anything that has an expiration date on it. So go through your antibiotics you have stored up, medicines, anything you got. Take the old stuff out and cycle new stuff in before the election comes. My final thoughts on this is live your life and don't panic. Just be prepared. Have your stuff put back. Know how to use it. There's really no reason to panic. By now, if you've been watching my channel, you should have already been prepared. Top your stuff off, get everything with expiration dates cycled out, and we'll see you in the next video.